Hey everybody, Chris here. Another tough trading day in the crypto markets. We see more red, and we're going to talk about that. That's what the title of this stream is. Dippity dip doo doo. That's right. Dogecoin was not able to hold support. Its support was 8.3 cents here with this upper yellow line. And early this morning, or actually late morning, early afternoon, Doge finally dipped below that line. Unlike Bitcoin, which that's the one that was early this morning, Bitcoin dropped below 28,000. That was Bitcoin support there and couldn't hold that. So but Bitcoin had traded up above 28 and was kind of flirting up and down with that 28 line. But then late this afternoon, we had Bitcoin drop below. So what's causing the drop? And is there going to be more drops? Is this time to buy? We're going to talk about all of that today. So let me drop down here into the corner. I am back at my home base in Boston. Had a good, quick little 2-day trip. And so that was good. Sort of get away and have some fun. And now back to crypto. So how's everyone doing today? Hope you're well, despite crypto being down. But this was expected. If you've been watching me the past few days and even the past few weeks, I've been talking about these dips coming. Bitcoin could not sustain 30,000. I was telling you guys about that this was going to be coming. Some people were still buying up there, and I was like, I'm not buying up there. So this afternoon, I did buy a little crypto. I'm kind of layering in. And with that layering in, that means I'm not going full bore in, closing some of my swing trades that I had. So I was good on my swing trades, was able to successfully sell high and buy back in lower on 2 of them. And I still have 2 more that are open. One of them might actually hit tonight, though. Maybe during the stream, my Harmony 1. I'm really close on my limit order on Harmony. So we'll see whether that hits as well. So we're looking at the Bitcoin chart here. So as I said, Bitcoin was flirting with 28,000 early in the morning, dipped below, came back up, couldn't hold 28, dropped, and then the bigger drop. And so what caused that bigger drop and is 27,200 now support? So it seems to have been, or seems to be support here for a couple hours. But as we zoom out on Bitcoin, we'll just start on Bitcoin for a minute. We'll get back to Doge. As we zoom out on Bitcoin, 27.2. We gotta scroll way back. 27.2 was support back here on the 3rd of April, where there was a wick that came down, hit 27.2, came back up. We also had on March 27th, Bitcoin dropped below 27.2. 27.2 then became a resistance here. And then Bitcoin finally traded above it. So there is some history there with this 27.2 line. And so that's where we are right now. So this is what I was talking about. All of this up here. Let me get this the right color here. All of this up here. So this is where I was saying, I'm not buying up here. I'm not buying up here. So I was waiting, and that's when I was selling a couple of my alts. I sold about 4 or 5, and I've bought back in 2 of them today. So we'll talk about those in a little bit. But this is where I was saying, and you can check on my live streams because I am on the record. My live streams are all on my channel as videos of where I was saying, I'm not buying up here. I'm waiting for the dip to come. And now we have it. Now, is this the only dip there is for Bitcoin, or is Bitcoin going to come down and retest 26.6 or maybe even 25.2. These are my lines from way back when as my further support lines here. But right now it looks like 27.2 may be holding. So we will see. We will see about that. It's usually when Bitcoin does one of these quick red candles, if it's going to bounce back, you would have seen it bounce back up by now. And it concerns me that we haven't seen that yet. Right now, it's just kind of trading sideways here at 27.2, and we are not seeing we're not seeing a bounce back up. So with Bitcoin not coming back up again, that could be a sign that we could be in for a little more pain here going forward. For Dogecoin at 783, so 770 now seems to be the new support. And like we did with Bitcoin, if I zoom out on Doge, we can see that 770 was support back here on April 2nd and April 3rd. This is where Dogecoin bounced a couple of times before we had the big run up on the 3rd of April, thanks to Mr. Elon Musk. So now we're revisiting that. So all of this trading here with Twitter and all the excitement of there, and SpaceX and all the excitement of there, we're right back where we were at the beginning of April. So, but Doge is bouncing a little bit up, unlike Bitcoin. So that's good to see. But I'm just, because Bitcoin isn't jumping up yet, a little concerned. But that's the Dogecoin chart here in a nutshell. We're back where we were a few weeks ago with Doge. So what is going on with this here? Well, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin drop following hawkish inflation data. What is there to watch over the weekend? So Bitcoin, ETH, Doge negated their uptrends on Friday, forming lower lows. Again, revisiting lows from earlier in April is what I am looking at happening there, though. And yeah, so the crypto sector trading more in tandem with gold down below 2,000. And this U.S. Services Purchasing Managers Index rose 52 points in March, came in above the expectation of 51.5. And the news had investors fearing the Federal Reserve may continue with its hawkish stance when it meets in May to decide whether to continue hiking interest rates. And so if you've been watching me, you know what I've been saying, right? They're going to raise interest rates the first week of May. That's what they said they were going to do. And all these people saying, no, they're going to pivot and actually cut or just hold still. And it's like, no, that's not how they work. They say what they're going to do. They usually do it. And there's nothing that's happening that's telling me that there's going to be any difference. So fears of recession, high inflation, and raising interest rates will most likely happen again. That's not good for the markets. Now, we had NASDAQ, S&P 500. They actually stayed pretty steady, up and down, but Tesla did recover a bit today, which helped the S&P a little bit. So that's what's going on. Dogecoin price limps below key support. That's what I showed, that 8.3 cent line. After Doge Day turns into a sell the news event. So that was what we saw first was just some believing the Starship exploding was catastrophic, and it wasn't. It was planned. That was going to happen if they weren't able to do the maneuver, which would have been bonus anyway. They would have had the separation. That didn't happen, and so they blew it up for safety reasons, right? It's over the Gulf. They blow it up there as opposed to something else happening. So that was all planned. That was the deal. But of course, the news people, they don't get it right. And so for Dogecoin to be trading up and down like that over a SpaceX Starship launch, I guess it's all tied with Elon Musk, and traders with Doge are going to follow Elon. But then you get something news like that and you get a little sell-off there. So we had that. And then, of course, Dogecoin then down more than 4%. So yeah, that's tough for Doge, but it's all cryptos. All cryptos were down pretty much. Arbitrum was probably the only one that kind of held steady. A few others were up a little bit, like Kronos, the crypto.com coin, and a couple others, but mostly everything else down. One little bit of news about Dogecoin, and that has to do with, is Dogecoin a security? There's a lot of talk with Algorand being named a security, which was tough on my Algorand, and it took a big dump. This is Marshall Hayner. He's been involved with Dogecoin for many, many years. He's on the Dogecoin Foundation, and he's basically saying, look, guys, Dogecoin is a proof of work cryptocurrency. It was a fair launch. There weren't airdrops, and there wasn't a ton of Dogecoin that was held in wallets. When Billy and Jackson made Dogecoin, they just let it out into the world. And then the mining was happening. People were just having fun with it. And that's how coins accumulate with Doge, is through the mining. So people bought, miners mined, more Dogecoins created that way. That's how Dogecoin started. So there weren't any developer wallets. It was a fair launch. Proof of work cryptocurrency, very much like Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin isn't a security, Dogecoin isn't a security. And that's what Marshall was saying in this article here. He had an interview with Fox Business with this talk about cryptos being a security or not, and he's saying Doge is not a security. But then the SEC isn't even looking at Doge, so won't worry about that. Bitcoin long liquidations hit $150 million in 3 days. That's right. Now, why people were buying Bitcoin with leverage, going long? They weren't listening to Kriss, that's for sure. They were probably listening to George at Cryptos R Us, right? Or James Invest Answers, who are both saying, oh, Bitcoin's just going to keep going up. Not. And so we get liquidations. We get people buying, thinking we're in a bull market and using leverage. The shorters are winning right now. That's who's winning, are the shorters. Unfortunately, that's the way it is, but that's what we've got. And then we've got, Michael Vanderpop. Michael's good most of the time, right? But he has finally come along and saying that Bitcoin is showing weakness at current levels and could retrace even further. This is the first time I've seen Michael say something like that I agree with. And unfortunately, I'd love to sit here and say Dogecoin's going to go to the moon and all cryptos are going to go up, but that's just not what's happening. That's not what's in the news. So this was early this morning. Bitcoin showing weakness, broke back in the range, lost a crucial level. Final crucial level is 27.6. Could take liquidity beneath, but needs a fast recovery. If not, and doesn't get up to 28.8, then he's predicting 26.2 for Bitcoin. So I look at the Bitcoin chart we were just looking at here, and It looks like 27.2 is not holding right now. We're down to 27,178. So Bitcoin continues to come down. He's saying 26.2. My support is 26.6, which was the tip right there. And then again, right there, we had some action at 26.6. And he's saying 26.2, and I don't know where he's getting that. But 26.6 seems to be the next support level. And it looks like Bitcoin is now trading down below 27.2 here. So yeah, that's tough seeing that right now. Doesn't bode well for other cryptos that could also be going down. And then the last thing is Ethereum erases all the gains from the Shanghai rally. So we look at the Ethereum chart and we see Ethereum here at 1845 now. Zoom back out and we see, yes, so let me get this to fit in here. And yeah, that's what we see from back. Yeah, right back where we were before the Shanghai upgrade. So Ethereum had a nice run, comes across, and then drops back down. So that's what we're seeing across the board. Again, if people were buying up here, they were buying at their own risk. If they were buying long with liquidation, I mean with leverage, they got liquidated. That's how the trading went. So, yes. Kumro Games, hello, welcome. Doing good, just buying more dips. Yep, I'll show you what I bought in just a minute. Let me get the Doge chart back up here so we can see what Doge is doing. Tasty Dips says CDM. Jack, hello, hello. MJ, SpaceX is going to have to redesign the launch pad. The debris from takeoff knocked out some of the engines. Yeah, they're going to have to look at that. Those big engines, they didn't all end up firing. I mean, it still went up without all of them firing, but yeah, they're going to have to look at that as well. That is one big rocket, that's for sure. Hey, Eric, how are you? My price prediction for Doge is still 12 cents end of the year. That's what I predicted at the beginning of the year. That was my price prediction. I know people don't like it, only 12 cents, but everything to me was looking at this year being one of recession, inflation, and interest rates, and no bull rally, no big bull rally. So right now I'm still sticking with that 12-cent prediction, and that's what we have. It's going to be a long year, guys. Up and down trading. It's just, I did a whole video on the 4-year cycles and what we're looking at the 4-year cycles, and this is a reset year. And reset year has some ups and some downs. We saw some ups. Everyone gets excited, and I'm like, don't get too excited, guys. And we see some downs. So that's what we're looking at. And so I know people aren't gonna like that prediction. They're gonna want to see Doge up over 20 cents, like Eric is suggesting here. But right now, there's nothing that tells me there's going to be a 50% gain in Dogecoin at the moment. So, or actually, that would be over 100%. If Doge is at 8, that would get to 16 cents. Would be 100% from now. And I don't see that happening right now. Dr. Irfan, hello. Waiting on really big dips. Well, this is a big one because we were just up here at 9 cents yesterday. We were at 9.2 cents. If you want a dip, from 9.2 down to 7.7. That's a 16% drop. That's a pretty good dip. Now, it could drop more, yes. That can happen, but right now, that's a dip. Yeah, Erica, we would need the Fed to do a rate cut for Doge to be 20 cents. Even then, just one rate cut, and that we may not see a rate cut in all of 2023. Maybe at the end of the year, November or December, maybe, but right now, I don't see any rate cuts coming. So what did I buy? So if you've been watching me, you know that I believe that Shiba Inu is probably going to go on a run, and I wanted to be on board for that. And I had some SHIB, and I sold it, and I did a swing trade. Unfortunately, after I sold it, SHIB went on another little mini run, and I'm sweating it out, thinking maybe I missed out. But no, as I've been saying, SHIB isn't going to go on a run till the summer at the earliest, maybe later. And so here's the SHIB dip. And then this is where I bought in at 10.12. 10.12 is where I bought back in at SHIB, right down here. So SHIB's now at 10.23. So I'm up a little bit on that. SHIB could drop lower, could actually look at 10 and maybe drop back down into the 9s. That could happen, but this is where I had my limit order set here at 10.12, and it hit. So I'm now back in the SHIB game, and I'll just wait it out and see what happens there. I also rebought Aave because I had sold Aave a while ago at like 78, and I bought back in at 68 today. So I'm back in the Aave game. And then I also am layering in to Solana at 21.12. Just layering in. We'll see if Solana is going to drop back down to 20, where it was back here. I may pick up some more, but I picked some up on this dip here with Solana as well as HBAR. I said I was going to probably buy HBAR if it dropped below 6 cents. It did. So I got it at 5.88 right there. So again, just layering in, and we could have some further dips there. But again, this is just broadening my crypto portfolio. And those were two that I wanted to get exposure to. And the other was Gala. Is Gala even on here? Yep, I got Gala right there. So I bought in Gala at 39. Again, if Gala dropped below 40, that's where I was going to be looking at it, because it was just up here at 48 just a little bit ago. But I wasn't going to be buying at 48. I was looking at where it was earlier in the month. And I was like, okay, 4 cents looks like a line. And if it drops below 4 cents, I'll probably be buying. And I caught it down here. So I bought a little more there. So again, I've got my Doge. When I bought back in after my last swing trade, my average is 7.22. So that's my new average for Doge. And I've got a lot of Dogecoin, so I'm feeling good about that. But I did do some swing trading on Doge, so I don't even know exactly how many Doge I have because it's spread out on different exchanges and in different wallets. And I'm like, I don't keep track of it all in one place. And I don't really know what my total average cost is because I had bought 2 years ago at 2 cents. And that is still off in a wallet. A lot of that. I moved some back and I did, again, some swing trading. So I have no idea what my actual Dogecoin amount is or average cost at this point. Dr. Irfan, I bought Doge back in 2017, dumped some coins last year. I'm going to recover this loss, hope it gets under 7 cents so I can regain. Yeah, again, I don't know. We were talking about that last night. Kind of thinking Doge was probably going to drop into the 7s, but is it going to be back to 6.9 cents? I don't know. Again, that would take something like Bitcoin dropping down to 20K. If we see Bitcoin dropping down that low, then yeah, Doge may retest the sixes, but it's not going to do it on its own. So I think that's going to be more dependent on how Bitcoin trades, in my opinion. Yeah, Jack, Gala, I think it's going to be fun. Certainly looks like it has a lot of momentum, and I wanted to be exposed to a gaming coin, and Gala seemed to be the one to be in. So I now have some Gala as well. My portfolio is now way wider than I was initially planning on it to be, but that's what we have. That's what we have. Let's see where Harmony 1 is. 1986. And my limit order is set at 1980. So that's where we are. Broken Lolo, how are you? What's up? Your name used to be something else, wasn't it? I think it was, because I remember you. DCA, yeah, and then there are the people who just don't care what the price is. Just buy a little bit every day or every week, whatever it is. And yes, Lolavec. That's it. See, I remembered you. Welcome. Yeah, welcome. Now you're the broken Lolo. Okay. How you doing? Just hanging out, talking Doge, talking crypto. Again, just preparing for 2024, 2025, which is going to be the next bull runs. This is accumulation time now. I know a lot of people are just holding. Others are DCAing. And me, I'm buying the dips, do a little swing trading every now and then. I think I'm done swing trading Doge. I'm now swing trading a few other cryptos. I have a couple open positions that I still need to close. But not Doge. I'm not touching my Doge now. I may pick up a little bit more just to use as spending money, because I do still want to use Dogecoin as a currency. So buy a little, put it in the MyDoge wallet and use it to spend and tip and do other things like that. So, yep, all is well, Lolo. All is well. You're accumulating on your end. Awesome. Awesome. Good to see you. Yeah, so that's where we are. Look, we're going into the weekend now. There's no stock trading this weekend, although, again, stocks were relatively flat today and crypto took a dump. Not too bad, but yeah, it hurts a little in the portfolio, especially with Doge, because Doge had already dropped on Thursday and then did today's drop. So kind of a double drop on the Dogecoin front. So that kind of hurts. But I'll be back Saturday night, 9 o'clock. So come join me. We'll see how the weekend is trading, see what's new in the news, and we'll take it from there. But right now, we're going to see if 7.7 holds, and Bitcoin looks like it's back up over 27.2. Again, don't buy up here. Buy down here. Not financial advice, but that's what I'm doing. And that's what I told you. I wasn't going to be buying up here because I knew there was going to be a dip. And now we've got a dip. Is this the dippiest dip? Maybe not. We may see some more pain. Again, this is the retest year. It's going to be up and down. So more to talk about tomorrow. I hope you all are well, and we'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.